Now we can start working on this character who is carrying the gun, so we can get the character to start shooting our player once he gets within a certain range. Before we do this, however, I need to go back to assets and find the gun folder. This one, so Knockabot, modern handguns and demo assets, and I need to replace this shoot animation. Okay, I've basically just changed the timing on it, but it's easier just to replace it than go through it all again. So just right click, choose delete. Alright, so we're going to delete that one out. Now in the resources for this folder, I've given you a new Unity package, Shoot Combat. Okay, so if you just want to open that, and obviously you can see that the shoot animation that we've just deleted there, we're going to replace it with this one. We've also got a run and shoot anim as well. So let's import both of those. And if we go up to the top, there it is. Okay, it'll be in combat mechanics. So what we have to do there is take our shoot anim and put it back into the demo assets. Okay, so when we go back into demo assets, there's the updated one. All right, great. And so for this other one then, when I go into combat mechanics, the run and shoot, we're going to find our horror fuse characters, animations, combat. So I'm just going to drag run and shoot into the combat section there. And then that means that I can now get rid of this combat mechanics folder. Right click and delete. Great, so now we've got enemy axe attack, enemy bat attack, enemy knife attack, and the new run and shoot animation. Okay, so if we click on enemy 6, the enemy who has the gun, and we go over to his animator, we can see that the actual animation is quite small compared to one of the other enemies. So if we click on enemy 5, you can see this one's it's got loads more going on. So at the moment in the shoot animation we only have these two. So now we need the standard run, but for the gun. Okay, as we can see here, okay, this one is based on a Boolean alert. Okay, so we need to do the same with enemy 6. So let's go back to animations and with gun, and we've got walking with gun, look around with gun, and idle with gun. But we also have enemy animations, and we've got the standard run with gun. So let's just drag this one in. There it is. You can get a little bit closer if you need to. And we have to create that new Boolean, so that was alert, wasn't it? We'll call it exactly the same Boolean, which makes it easier. Okay, so we can go from idle with gun, so we can make a transition to standard run with gun, and the same with walking with gun as well, make a transition. So for each of these, we're obviously going to uncheck as exit time, and we're going to choose alert equals true. And that will obviously get the character to start running once you're within range. Okay, and now we obviously need the character to start shooting once you are actually very, very close to the enemy. So on the combat, we're going to drag in the run and shoot. Okay, so if we take a look at enemy 5, we have bat attacks, axe attacks, knife attacks, and a damaging. So what we need now is a gun attacks or something like that. So under enemy 6, we're going to create a couple of new booleans. So gun attacks and damaging. Now remember, damaging is to ensure that even if you walk into the character when he's got his gun and running, it's not going to hurt you unless he's actually firing it. Okay, great. So let's get a little bit closer so that we can see these. So from standard run with gun, make a transition to run and shoot, and then make a transition back from run and shoot to standard run with gun. Okay, so on the transition going from this one to the run and shoot, as exit time is unchecked, and we're going to choose gun attacks is equal to true. And on the way back, we're simply going to reverse that. So as exit time is unchecked, and we're going to say gun attacks is equal to false. Now we have to add a second parameter, if you remember on this, so a second condition rather. Let's click it again, and we have to ensure that damaging is now equal to true once he's doing his run and shoot, and then we have to add another one on this one. Damaging is equal to false once he's not running and shooting, he's just doing his standard run. So as we can see there, he goes from that to that. Okay, and obviously we'll handle the shooting and everything by script. Alright, great. So that character, that's looking a bit better now, so it's looking more like the Enemy 5 animation. And obviously we still need to control some of this by script, and that's what we're going to be doing in the next video.